Hey, what's up, guys? I am Mike, and this is 10 scary movies that you can watch on HBO Max tonight, starting with Funny Games. This may be the most messed up movie I've ever seen in my entire life. Out of all the movies I've ever seen, it is the most mean, the most infuriating. It's a polite home invasion movie, but don't let that fool you because, again, it's so disturbing. The way they just make these people think that they're safe again, only to turn the car around and come back and mess with them some more. It's a hard watch, but man, is it entertaining. And there's actually an American remake of it that's also very well done that you can find if you don't want to watch this subtitled version. But I definitely recommend it if you can handle that dark nugget of. Next up, we have a movie called It Follows. Now, on these lists, what I like to do is I like to put in a couple nuggets of stuff that's maybe not everybody has seen and maybe is a little out there. I like to put a movie in here that's older, and I like to put a couple movies that are more popular for people who maybe just are new to horror. So you'll see a couple titles you know, and hopefully some that you don't. But It Follows is a movie a lot of you will know. It came out a little while ago, stars Micah Monroe, and this movie just has this weird secular vibe to it. It's unlike almost any other movie, and yet like so many other movies at the same time. It's strange, but it's a really cool idea. And what's scary about it to me is the idea and the fact that it never stops coming after you come. It's a sexually transmitted ghost, basically. So sleeping with someone is the only way to get rid of it. And then it follows them instead. And by follows, I mean literally. It just takes different forms, and it'll just be like a naked chick with her boobs out just walking down the street just at you from afar. I mean, it just never stops moving towards you, and it moves slowly, and you can go as far away as you want, but eventually that thing always just walks towards you no matter what. And if it gets to you, awful things happen. Like you get your leg snapped in the road looking like a wishbone from Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's disgusting and it's horrendous, but it's cool, and the movie has its own vibe to it. It's got a weird synth 80s vibe to it. Some lady has like a clam phone. I don't know where that comes from. It's strange. It's different. It's out there. I would watch it, and there's supposed to be a sequel coming out, even though we haven't heard anything about it in a while. But It Follows is good film. Next up, we have, again, going back to something most people will probably know, but it's a twofer. You have the original It, starring the great Tim Curry, which to me is far and away the scariest one. For me, it's just Tim Curry in makeup being a creep, and it freaks me out still to this day. The movie is long, slow. It's your typical miniseries Stephen King film from the 90s. However, if you can get past some of the corniness of it, I find it to be one of the creepier films out there, especially when Tim Curry's on screen. And of course, I do think that the original remake with Bill Skarsgård, which is also on here, is also has its scary moments for sure, specifically the big screen scene if you've seen that. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the second one, even though that one's on there as well. But both those movies are on there for you. Now let's go to a movie that I don't feel like a lot of people have seen or talked about, and it's a relatively recent movie, 2015's Backtrack. This is an Adrian Brody movie, and Sam fucking Neill's in this movie, and yet you've never heard of it. It went by like a fart in the night, and I don't understand why. I watched it while doing research for this list, and by the way, I'm going to start, whatever first time watches I do, I'm going to start doing full reviews for them and putting them on our YouTube members section. You can join that down below, as well as on the Patreon, where there's hundreds of other commentaries and live streams and all that stuff. So it's not going to blow your mind scary wise, but if you're into stories like The Sixth Sense, slow, creepy, mid 2000s feeling movies, this one's for you. And it's a mystery that unravels itself in the end. It's got a stir of echoesness to it, but it's a psychologist who lost his daughter and is dealing with the grief from that, and he starts to see things, and his therapist is saying that that's his grief, but then he goes back into his past and things get unraveled, and it's a ghost story, it's a crime story. It's just a cool movie, and one of those old dreary, not old, but just dreary kind of, this isn't trying to blow anybody away, but it's just existing as a nice movie to watch on a rainy day and maybe be creeped out by a little bit. And Adrian Brody fucking rocks, dude. All right, back to something that a lot of you might know, but there's another twofer on here. Both the original Amityville horror film is on here, and the underrated, surprisingly in my opinion, underrated Ryan Reynolds remake. Now everybody kind of pushed it aside at the time because Platinum Dunes was remaking everything and their mom in the mid 2000s, but this one kind of, to me, never got a fair shake. I thought Ryan Reynolds was actually really good in the movie, but nobody was ready to take him serious as an actor yet. And I thought there was some real creepy shit going on in that basement for sure. And it has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that Ryan Reynolds runs around with his shirt off in the rain wearing his pajama pants. and that may be the best a man has ever looked. I'm straight, goddammit. But I might not be on that day. Dear unholy God. In the original, totally different vibe of scary, but that old school haunted house, creepy, scary. Although you do have to watch Margot Kidder and him bang for an egregiously long time in that movie, and it's quite awkward. Apart from that, it's still a creepy movie to this day. And that'll be a fun double feature for anybody who hasn't seen both of those movies or either of those movies. Next up, we're getting weird again. 1922 is where we're going back to with this one. It's a movie called Haxin, and I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it right. 1922, it's a silent film, just words on it, and it is, listen, it's a hard watch, okay? But it is so creepy if you're in the right mood. Hey, if you're one of those who likes to toke it up, I got one for you, and it's Haxin. This is just, it's a fictionalized documentary showing the evolution of witchcraft over time. And it just shows all this creepy fuck imagery from Satan's taint, burning and listening to AC/DC, but silent. But you can hear the AC/DC in your own head. But yeah, it's just a bunch of demon imagery and shit like that in these words. And it's like, hey, these demons used to fuck and then burn alive under the ground. And it's just watching it's a trip, man. It's so weird. But yeah, I mean, in the right mindset, if you can sit through that, and again, it probably would take weed. It's not an entertaining thing, in my opinion. But there's some people that are going to get right into this. And I do think it's creepy, and it's just the fact that it exists is just full of satanic imagery for fucking an hour or whatever. So, yeah, I think Haxin definitely belongs on this list in the right state of mind. Satan! Insidious is on this list as well, and the reason Insidious backs this one up, I think I used Insidious on another list before for another streamer, and I didn't want to, but to be honest, guys, HBO Max is not a great place for horror movies. They have these, and they have a bunch of really, really popular horror movies. They have Sinners and stuff like that. So I guess I can't say it's not a good place. Companions on there, and that's a good film that's recent. I wouldn't call either of those films scary, so they didn't make this list. But as far as actually scary stuff goes, it was a little bit of a struggle to find some of these. So this is one for people who obviously haven't been paying attention to horror for very long. Insidious actually frightened me the first time I watched it in a theater. And this was before all the sequels and the spin-offs of the Conjuring stuff, and before they really drove that stuff into the ground. From the second the title drops, so that it fucking gets you. And the reason it comes right after Haxin is because there's actually some imagery in Haxin that I feel like Insidious got some of their imagery from. There's literally like a devil playing this weird thing, and you'll actually see that take place in Insidious when they go into the further. Next up, a movie that I absolutely adore, and it is Invasion of the Body Snatchers 1978. Now, a lot of age groups probably have not checked this out, but you should. Genuinely creepy moments in it, but it's also just entertaining as shit, man. It's got a charming as fuck Donald Sutherland in it. It's got Jeff Goldblum in it, and it's got Leonard Nimoy in it. And these blobs, like literal jellyfish-looking fuckers, fly off of one planet, and this creepy music plays, and they fly. You watch them go into Earth's orbit, and they connect to the plants, and then they start to infect people in weird ways, and the plants grow duplicates of the people in these gross, gooey versions of themselves, and the whole city's in hysterics, and this small group of people's the last people like not infected with it in this big city, and they're running for their lives from everyone and everything, and it's entertaining as fuck, man. So if you've never seen this movie, go get creeped out by it. Again, it's probably more entertaining than it is scary, but it definitely has a couple moments in there with that old school 1970s movie vibes that you just don't get these days. That'll get you. Fucking get you. I'm gonna put my dick in. Next up, we have a movie called Carnival of Souls. This was another first time watch for me, and it is a 1962 film that I genuinely feel, if you're a fan of like the Conjuring type of movies, right? It's 1962. It's gonna feel different as a whole from the movies you're used to watching. But if you're a fan of those kind of scares, this is the movie for you. It's about this young girl who gets into a car accident, and she survives, but her friends did not. They drown in the lake in the car, but she floats up on the shore, and she starts to see things, and then she gets all weird about her entire life, and she goes to move, and her brain's just not quite right, and then she starts to literally see these motherfuckers walking around this carnival everywhere in this weird ass town, and it generally has some truly creepy moments in it. So check this out if you're a fan of those types of movies, or just check it out for fun in general. It's a pretty gnarly flickerino. The fuck does that mean? And finally, a bonus for you on this one. As I said, the actually scary stuff on HBO Max is thin. However, this show, it's going to sound silly to you, but Spawn the animated TV series. There is something about watching this show as a kid or a teen in the 90s. It came out in 97 when you would flip on HBO at like 1 a.m. in the morning and be watching it because it's so adult. Everything in it is so dark. You feel like you're doing, even to this day, I feel like I'm doing something wrong when I watch Spawn the animated TV series. It's not your everyday version of scary, but in the right mood, the right atmosphere, this thing literally makes you feel kind of dark inside in some weird ways. I mean, if you've seen it, I think you'll probably get what I'm saying. It's nothing like the movie or any of that stuff, but yeah, it deals with hell and all this gothic horror and all these fucked up things in it. You should actually give it a chance, for real. You might be shocked at how good this show actually was. So that is my 10 plus a show. Actually, it was like 12 if you count the... Whatever, it doesn't matter. We're not mathematicians. We're movie-watching sons of bitches. So if you are a movie-watching son of a bitch, I just put out one of these videos and I fucked up because I don't know what it was that I did in the title or the name of it or whatever, but I put up a movie recommendations list for movies to watch on Tubi, scary movies, that specifically talks about cult movies. And for whatever reason, the algorithm didn't snag that. I'm going to put that at the end of this video if you guys want to check it out, because I think the crowd that watches these videos might want to see that. There's great cult movies in that list, in my opinion. So, but thank you guys for watching these. I really do appreciate it. Click subscribe and the bell so that you're notified next time we put out one. Well, what streaming service should we do next? Comment down below. Love your fucking faces. Hope you guys have an awesome one.